Good evening, everyone. How are you? This is Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot here. Coming back in right quick. This is not going to be long, but I felt, I wasn't even sure. I didn't even prepare, by the way, to come in to record any type of reading today. But I felt that I was compelled to bring yet another royal update, particularly pertaining to the Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine. Okay, I have in the past 24 hours, I have seen from other sources, comments from you, the public, in terms of yet still, where is Princess of Wales? I've also seen that people are now questioning because of the fact that she hasn't been seen. They're even stating if she is still alive. And for some, feels that she is already unalive. So to the best of my ability, with my intuitiveness, with the assistance from my spirit team and my spirit guides, and with my tools to tarot, hopefully I can bring some sort of clarity behind what might be going on. And so to answer that question, is the Princess of Wales alive? At this time, yes, I feel she is alive. The other question is, for how long? Or at some point, will she become unalive? So before I go into it, I am going to, at this time, I want to always pre-cleanse my energy before I do any reading, just to bring in that energy of not accepting any type of negative energies that might come my way, so as to clear any type of distractive, low vibrational energies that might try to interfere whenever I bring in a source of readings. And particularly for this one, I want to bring that energy in at this time, clear out that energy. Spirit guides, please remove any negative energies at this from me and my viewers as it is. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so with that being said, let's get right into it, okay? So before I jump into the cards, I want to just say again that I feel that she is currently still alive. However, I feel like she is in, quote unquote, allegedly, right, in an asylum. Now, for those of you that might not know what that is, I wrote down the definition of an asylum. An asylum is a hospital for mentally incompetent or unbalanced person, a retreat, a sanctuary, mental state. So as I have pointed out in my other readings pertaining to her, because this is like the third follow-up that I am bringing some sort of information pertaining to her. But for the very first reading that I did with her about 2 weeks back, the title of that was, Where is she? What's going on with her? And in that reading, pertaining to actually after her having that abdominal surgery, I mentioned that her mental state of mind was not right, that she is heavily mentally stressed. I also pointed out that I wouldn't be surprised and felt that she did take sleep depressants or some type of depressants to help her to balance and to kind of help her with her mental state of mind. At this point, Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine, is mentally imbalanced and emotionally imbalanced as well. And I feel, pertaining to the asylum, I feel that I get the feeling like she is caged into a facility at this time. So even though I feel that she is not unalive, but that she is still currently with us, I do feel though that in terms of where she is physically, it's not with her family. In fact, you can say that they are, when I say they, the monarchy is keeping her identity. They are defending her identity. So whatever news reports that come in pertaining to anything pertaining to her, that she's resting or anything like that, it's just a cover up, allegedly, okay? But what I feel and what I've been guided to see is that somehow she is like in an asylum, but like a facility distant. It's done on purpose so as to not for her to reach out. And I will also say that her family, I feel at this point, they are clueless as well. Princess Katherine family, they don't even know what's going on with her. They are just praying that she will be okay, but her identity is deliberately being kept a secret, and they are trying to figure out the higher powers that be pertaining to the royals. They are in fact keeping her true whereabouts a secret. Okay, so with that being said, that is what I intuitively pick up and what I'm feeling, just as I recently did 2 days ago pertaining to, I mentioned that in fact, does she have a doppelganger? And I feel that there is one. Also, during that reading, I felt very eerie. I felt nervous because I also mentioned in that reading that I felt that she was not present, that she was almost like obsolete. And that now makes sense. I asked Spirit today, is she still alive? I was very direct in getting that answer, and we were going to get into the cards that came out. But intuitively, I felt like I wanted to know for you, the viewers, as well, who feels that she may not be. But like I said, this is what I feel currently, that she is still with us, but not in the way that the public or what the royal family want you to think, that she's home resting, she's recuperating, needing 9 months. 9 months is very significant. We got the Nine of Swords that came out in this reading. So the number 9 is very symbolically important, okay? But in addition to all that I said, I am actually, as you can tell by the title as well, total recalled. I'm feeling like she is going through experiencing a total recall. Now, for those of you that may know or may not know, there is a movie that came out called Total Recall, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, whose character name was Douglas Quaid, and his wife, that being played by Sharon Stone. This movie came out of June of 1990. Now, for those of you that may not be too familiar with the movie of Total Recall, let me give you a quick synopsis of what it was and why I feel that Princess Katherine is kind of dealing with this, or in the process, I will say. Now, Dennis Quaid was the character played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a bored construction worker who visits Recall, a company that plants false memories into people's brains. It's an experience. It is an experience of that procedure that something went wrong, as he discovers that his entire life is actually a false memory, and that the people who implanted it in his head now wants him dead. That was the overall premise of what that movie was about. Arnold Schwarzenegger being implanted, but waking up to realize, like almost like in a race of his memory, and whatever was in his memory, it was based on lies. So with that being said, this is what I feel is in the process of going on with Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine. I feel that she, in her own way, is experiencing a total recall. Okay, I feel like she as well is in the process. Either it has happened, but I feel that it's like happening now, that her memory is being erased. Okay. I also want to say that I feel that she have attempted to reach out to her family. Okay. Her mom, her sister, but it's almost like she was caught, but also it's almost like they playing it safe, hypothetically, allegedly. Okay, she is under someone's control. Okay, and I feel that if she attempted to reach out, that she wasn't successful. Okay, it's almost like if she was to have any type of communication with her loved ones, it's almost like she did get that opportunity to speak to them, it's like she would not mention about what has been done to her or what is being done to her. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, that was my intuitive feeling about what is happening. Let us follow up to see what the tools the tarot have to say pertaining to how I feel. So I pulled out a few cards from different decks, and so the first card that I pulled out was from the Sun's Oracle deck, because the Sun's Oracles, that of the Sun, it illuminates. It's going to bring out really what's going on behind the scenes. And the first card that came out was Control. This was actually one card that came out. I only wanted this one card because it's small, but it delivers a huge message of energy. So we got Control. Now, Control is that of, as I said, a higher power. The monarchy is in control of her at this time. So she is not in control of what it is that is going on with her. Okay, it's almost like a child. And we got the Six of Cups here as well. But Control, this energy of this card of Control is connected with, one, the planet Jupiter, but it's also connected to the sign of Capricorn. Okay, and if you don't know, Princess Katherine is a Capricorn. So it's very interesting that this came out, that in fact she is being controlled by that of a higher power. Now, behind the scenes, I wanted to see what was behind the deck. And behind the deck that this came out of, we got that of isolation, power, escape. So let me put it up for you guys so you can see. First was isolation, power, and then escape. Okay? This is what came out in the back of the deck. So it's like what it is that is going on behind the scenes in the shadows is that isolation. In fact, I feel that's what she is. That's why I said I feel she's like in an asylum, but a facility, a private facility that she is isolated. And unfortunately, it looks like they are isolating her from her family. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have power. There is a higher power that is controlling her at this time. And then we have escape. I feel like she attempted to. But for the least, I feel that she tried to. If an escape, physically, yes, perhaps, but I feel more like in terms of coming out from wherever she's being held and trying to reach to a phone to kind of like, again, reach out to kind of like help her out. I don't even, at this point, even if she is at her Adelaide cottage, okay, even if she's there, she is being controlled and on watch. So even if it's not an external facility and she is at home, even still, it's like she is like in that asylum type of surroundings, if you will, where she is alone. She is not, I don't even feel that even her children at this point have seen her or will be allowed to see her. So even if she is at home in her cottage, I feel there is a restriction as to who sees her, okay? And that she is somewhere in a room to herself, because the monarchy knows that for the past couple of months that she hasn't been herself. She's been mentally imbalanced and emotionally imbalanced. And unfortunately, I mentioned before with the other reading, a lot of it has to do, because I mentioned what led up, what is really depressing her, what is she stressing about, what is it that is mentally on her mind that kind of got, because I said, when you are not mentally balanced and you got things on your mind, stress is like a silent killer in itself. And eventually it's going to take a toll on the physical. And I mentioned that it has a lot to, unfortunately, to do with her husband, Prince William. And so, of course, they know. Royals, the royal family, and the monarchy, they really knows what is going on. They know that this has been something that has been developing or has been going on with her and her husband for the past at least 2 years. But it's gotten worse. And so in the winding months into 2023, and definitely now by the end of 2023, it has taken a toll on her. Okay? So with that being said, let us get into the cards that came out. So like I said, we got control. We know that there is something that is controlling, right, her at this time. Now, the first card that came out pertaining as to the overall tarot cards that came out, this was for a 4-card pull. We got the 7 of Cups, okay? The 7 of Cups is, I would say, the higher power that is trying to figure out, in one aspect, I'm getting 2 messages. I got 2 messages. In one aspect, I feel that this could be representing the monarchy, the higher power, right, that is deciding what to do with her. The other message I'm getting is, this is the state of mind that Princess of Wales is in, because the 7 of Cups is also a card of, yes, it's about decisions and choices, but it's also can also be symbolized as confusion, right? And I feel that this is where that total recall energy is coming into play. It's where she is concerned. It's almost like they are trying to erase her memory, where she's in a state of confusion. Okay, now the 2 cards that came to clarify that, we got the Justice along with the 9 of Swords. This is Princess Katherine. She's in this 9 of Swords energy. Okay, now right quick, because we're going to get to that, but it's a little bit 3 cards away. We got the 9 of Swords again. This is different because this shows this is exactly how she is in this state of mind. So you can see, because this again is 2 different decks. So this 9 of Swords have this person down on their knees on the ground. This 9 of Swords is showing someone actually like in the bed, right? And they have a lot on their mind. So you can see with it coming out twice, this is her energy. She is definitely stressed out, but mentally, it's almost like her mind is just going haywired because she's been programmed, right? It's something going on with her brains. It's something that have her very frazzled and it's just going crazy. And then we got Justice. The Justice is a card of equilibrium. It's the scales connected to Libra. It's about the energy of things being in balance. But like I said, she's the opposite of this energy. Her mind, emotionally, but mentally, she is out of balance. Okay? So that's why those 2 energies came up to really represent her state of mind. Her mind, it's not right. And if her mind is not right, how is she going to be able to be the queen, right? How she's going to be the future queen? And she's not going to be right, okay? Now, as we move over to the next energy that came out, remember I mentioned the 6 of Cups. This can be pertaining to people you love, connections, family, but it's also that of memory, right? Because the 6 of Cups is, nostalgia, memories from the past. I feel, again, that her memory is going to be erased so that, in one sense, she's not going to remember anything that has been going on. But another message is that is also connected to children. So I've got 3 messages. So one message is that her memory is being erased. Second message, I don't think her children have seen her, okay? I think that they are keeping her family away, her children, because the 6 of Cups is also connected to children. And then the third message is, I feel this can be her energy, where she is almost like in a child state frame of mind, where she needs to be looked after like a child that usually children or child is dependent on someone else, right? And I feel this is like the state that she is currently in. Now, what's interesting is to clarify that we got the Devil and the 8 of Wands. This is Princess Katherine's energy. The devil is represented by that of the sign of Capricorn, and she is a Capricorn. So again, this is her energy, being that childlike type of frame of mind. That's one message. Got a whole lot of messages here, but I'm only going to draw upon the ones that is really significant, I feel, to this reading. Capricorn energy, or the devil, is also that of things of trickery, deception, that of stress, anxiety, but it's also being in surroundings of people or places or things that is coming from not meaning you well, right? So you can say there's some toxicity. There is low vibrational energies that is surrounding her. Things that's not what they appear to be, okay? And with the Eight of Wands, this is the card of movement, but also the card of communication. And I feel because it is next to her energy, I feel like I mentioned early on that she may have attempted to try to numerous times to reach out to her family, but I feel that those attempts was somehow blocked. And so as they felt that she was mentally imbalanced, but they saw that she won't that balance enough or imbalanced enough to try to reach out. So it's almost like they feel that, okay, let us find a way that we can kind of keep what is really going on from her memorizing what it is that it's going on with her. Let's do something, allegedly, okay? Now let's move into the next energy. We have here the Three of Pentacles. Now the Three of Pentacles to me is that of that control, that higher power, the monarchy, I feel, that is, you can say, collaborating, working together to figure out what it is and how they are going to plan. Because the Three of Pentacles is also planning things, right? But coming together, working together on something. And I think this card came up with her reading, and it came out, and I referred to this energy then, and I'm still referring to it, that this is a collaborative effort of a higher power, the hierarchy, so to speak, that is planning on what it is that they want to do with Princess of Wales. Now, to clarify that, what came out was the Chariot along with the Ace of Wands. So, Wands is taking some sort of action, to figure out, again, how they are going to proceed forward with her. So they are very much, it's almost like they're racing against time, right? The King of Swords, I think about the King of Swords, which did not come out in the energy, but that's what comes to my mind. It's almost like they're racing against time because they know that, for one, there is a lot of speculations that there's a lot going on pertaining to the whereabouts of the Princess of Wales. And now, like I said, it's now being seen that they are even singing if she's even still alive. So again, they have to get moving. They got to figure out, what to do in the situation, because for one, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see her coming back. Okay? I don't see her coming back. I feel that when it comes to 9 months, it's almost like they're saving face, allegedly, hypothetically. They are stretching it out to 9 months. In the meantime, again, they are planning something that is going to, at the end, when she emerges, which we feel and know, it's not going to be her. It's almost like they are connecting the dots and they are trying to create a scenario that will look and that will make sense to the public when she emerges. But like I said, it won't be the real Katherine. It will be that doppelganger, okay? Or it could be a clone, okay? Now, as we move to the last card that came out is now that Nine of Swords that I mentioned earlier that came out in the beginning, and it's coming out again. This is her energy as the Nine of Swords, okay? I feel that she is by herself, right? There's no other, other than those that is singing about her and keeping an eye on her, because that's a way of controlling what it is. But other than that, she is like by herself, right? Somewhere in a room and not able to connect. Now in terms of her husband, Prince William, I feel he knows to a point what is going on. I would have to maybe do a different video about what it is that is going through his mind, because I feel that he knows parts of it, not the whole scenario. And I don't think he knows what the outcome would be just yet. And I did pick up his mother, the late Princess Diana. If you guys want to know, you can go over to the video that I pulled up, that I performed for him, pertaining to will he be king. And I pulled up or channeled his mother, the late Princess Diana, because as I mentioned in that she is going to be sending him some type of message or warning about him moving ahead as king. She is blocking him and will be sending him a message to avoid that somehow. There is something about him being king and about history repeating itself. So you guys can go over there to that video. But I mention that because, as I just said, that he knows some of what's going on pertaining to Princess Katherine, but he don't know the full scope, and he's not going to know the outcome. Okay? And I'm going to leave that there. Now, we also got the King of Pentacles here with the King of Wands. Okay? And this shows now, I would say, this could just represent, I feel, Prince William. This is him. Because again, it's like despite what is going on with his wife, it's like the monarchy have to continue. Like despite whatever it is in her state of mind, they already know that she is not going to be physically and mentally and emotionally able to come out in time, to kind of, even if Prince William do have to step in. But remember, I mentioned in that video, and I'm going to recap it again, is that there is something about the structure, the family structure, that's very significant when it comes to the royal, okay? With him being future king, then there also have to be a future queen. Now, does that mean that there have to be, married? Again, I feel that goes in with, what's the word I'm looking for? That kind of goes with like, not routine. That is like, I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. But it's like, is it possible that there can be a king without having a wife? Yes, I believe so. But I say this because with Princess of Wales not really in the picture at this time, and knowing that she is not going to return no time soon, they still have to find somebody, because that's just how it looks. Appearances, that is the structure, the form, that is like the protocol, or that is just the way that it has been, right? That they have to have that structure. And so I feel that when it comes to Prince William, while they are preparing for him to become king, in the meantime, they have to figure out. So they have a lot going on that they are planning behind the scenes that, of course, they're not letting the public know. All right. And I want to just mention before I get to the last cards is that during the pre-shuffle, I got the king. Well, we saw the King of Pentacles, but also the Queen of Pentacles came out. But I also want to point out that as well, this, yes, the King of Cups came out during the pre-shuffle, and the Queen of Cups, the World, and the King of Wands. So that was during the shuffling of the cards. They didn't come out, but that was during the pre-shuffle. So that leads me to believe that again. And when you look at those cards, I don't have it out, but the King of Cups is facing one direction and the Queen of Cups is facing the other direction. They're not facing inward together, if that makes sense, okay? And so to me, it's like saying that is not his true counterpart. That means that the real Princess of Wales is not in the picture, which means that they have to create. They got to bring in a doppelganger of Princess Katherine. So I'm going to say, if she happens to emerge before 9 months, in the next 2 months, 3 months, it's not going to be her. It's going to be someone entirely new. Let us finish off. We got official person, which is that higher power, that hierarchy that is controlling her, hypothetically, allegedly. This is official person. This represents and symbolizes that of some type of hierarchy, right? Almost like that Hierophant in the tarot. It didn't come out, but this is almost like it. It's almost similar to that of the Hierophant, which is about religion, right? So there is, like I said, there is the monarchy's presence here. We got with it lovers, and we got pathway. So what is the connection? What is the message here? So again, remember I just mentioned about Prince William needing that kind of structure, a wife, the family, but also that him being the future king, but also needing that future queen. We got the lovers here. To me, this is like the new lover. This is going to be that doppelganger Princess of Wales that is going to emerge. And then we got pathway. So while it's almost like they are opening up the pathway for a replacement of Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine. There is something that is emerging and opening up a way to bring in a wife, a counterpart for Prince William, okay? Because Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine, the real one, is not going to be in any position to face the public no time soon. And behind that deck that these cards came out, behind the deck, we have marriage. And that's what I'm saying. They are looking, we got change. We got sudden wealth. This is somebody that they are bringing in suddenly. I'm just focusing on the word itself, sudden. But then look what we got behind that. Force person. Okay? A force person. So that means, and then we can go on. Mature man. And then we got bad health. And I'm going to stop there because bad health, as we know, is somebody of the Princess of Wales, Princess Katherine. Okay? But force person. This is not going to be the real Princess Katherine. It's going to be a force, that doppelganger. Or for some, is saying it, is she cloned? Will she be cloned? To me, doppelganger, clone, total recall type of energy, you could put all those in the same thing because at the end, it's not going to be who you think it will be. She happens to emerge 2 months from now, 3 months from now. No. Okay? And in terms of, I'm pretty much done. But as we close out, currently I said I feel that she's still alive. The next question would be, for how long? Okay? For how long? Because there's something that I'm feeling that could be the possibility that later on it might be decided that they wipe her out completely. Allegedly. All right? So guys, that is what I have. I'm going to leave it there. If you would like to, please come into this comment section and let me know what you think. If you agree with me, does it make sense? Express how you feel, but keep it respectful. Okay? Keep it respectful. And if it's not, it will be deleted. But I want to know what you think. If you think that what I have picked up on and what it is I have provided pertaining to this total recall type of energy that I'm feeling around her, if you feel the same way, let me know. Until the next time, everyone, I'm wishing you your Thursday evening, all right, to be of peace. All right, everyone, thanks for now. Bye.